Hi, Kate. It's Meghan. I was just wondering if you've heard from Harry.
Meghan.
Your sister-in-law. Oh, never mind. He's here.
Who was that?
Meghan. Some tosser gave her our number. Oh, shit.
It has been several months now since our beloved Queen has died. Our Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the Prince and his wife. We want privacy! We want privacy!
Excuse me. Milk? Fuck off. Right. Milk?
Go to hell, asshole.
Ooh, what's this? Meghan Markle just posted a photo. Running lines with my love. Hashtag working actor. Ugh, she's not even on a set. That's it. I'm muting her.
South Park just went for Meghan Markle's throat, and the world can't stop watching. TikTok's echoing with replays. Twitter's unraveling. YouTube's deep in the frenzy. Before it aired, Meghan reportedly tried to shut it down, pull strings behind the scenes. But South Park didn't back off. They aired it, uncut, unforgiving. The episode's called Respect Our Pregnancy, but the title hides the sting. This wasn't satire. It was a scalpel cutting deep into Meghan's public image. And the worst part? It all links back to a real video. One she recorded. One that gave the show its sharpest weapon. And no, this time she doesn't get to control the ending.
What?
I've always been afraid I couldn't do it, that I wasn't cut out for it. I always wanted to heal with my hands. You never had a dream when you were a child to be something everyone else said was impossible?
I wanted to be a princess.
Oh, well, you kind of fucked that up.
It begins with chaos and spirals into something surreal. South Park paints Meghan as a fame-hungry caricature twerking through a fake hospital documentary, belly bare, lights chasing her every move. Then it hits. Her baby bump falls apart on screen, animated, exaggerated, unforgettable. But what makes it sting? It's based on something real. Before the episode, Meghan shared a video, dancing in a hospital room while visibly pregnant. Harry stands behind her, swaying, unsure, out of place. The internet didn't hold back. The clip became meme fuel. And that's when South Park's creators stepped in, transforming viral ridicule into savage satire.
With you, sir. You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where? Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I are totally like, you should write a book because your family's like stupid, and then so are like journalists.
This is where it all exploded. The episode aired, unbanned, but Meghan's camp reacted like the sky was falling. Her PR team scrambled into crisis mode. Lawyers were looped in. Legal threats whispered through the back channels. They tried to shut it all down, silence the storm. But South Park doesn't play safe. No clearance, no regrets. They ran it straight through the fire and scorched the royal makeover along the way. Meghan and Harry weren't just parodied, they were dismantled. Because when you spend years building a careful image and someone walks in with dynamite and a grin, there's no coming back the same.
Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving bitch wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving bitch wife has always wanted her privacy!
So where did the storm begin? Right at Meghan's fingertips. She hit record, and the moment spiraled from there. She's glowing, full glam, looking like she stepped off a red carpet. But it's a hospital room, only it doesn't feel real. The lighting's too perfect. Her bump staged front and center. Then, out of nowhere, she starts twerking, 9 months pregnant in a gown. And beside her, Prince Harry, frozen, wide-eyed, trying to dance along but looking completely lost, like a guest who wandered onto the wrong show. It was meant to charm. Instead, it detonated, fuel for 1,000 memes.
And you know what else? To hell with Canada! We are leaving! We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people! Come on, wife! We want privacy! We want privacy! We want...
The internet didn't praise, it pounced. TikTok dissected it, meme pages swarmed, and the headlines weren't kind. Words like tone-deaf, awkward, desperate flooded the feed. One comment echoed louder than the rest. 9 months pregnant, but the club still calls. In seconds, what was meant to be a moment of strength became a viral crown of cringe. And this wasn't some leak. Meghan uploaded it herself. She believed it would inspire. Instead, it unraveled the careful narrative. When the filters fall and the footage stands alone, the truth cuts deeper. Even her ride-or-die fans? Silent.
I wasn't until you just said it.
It's a really good platform to promote my brand.
What is your brand?
Oh, I don't know. I'll think of some piece of crap. Let's just start filming.
We've been filming.
It pulled back hard. Whispers turned to phone silence. Meghan's future projects were being quietly reassessed. One studio exec said it flat. No one wants a PR storm on set. And just when the hospital clip began to fade from memory, South Park struck. Respect Our Pregnancy wasn't just parody. It was an X-ray, showing a brand bloated with image control and theatrical polish. Meghan pitching her documentary to cartoon kids wasn't satire. It was too close to real. What aired wasn't just an episode. It was a televised implosion.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard.
What the fuck are you two doing here?
Hello, Grandmother. We've returned.
There's a room with my exercise bike in it that has a pull-out sofa. You can use that. Take that bag.
The chaos goes full throttle. Dan sees the disaster coming. Kyle's reaching for something deeper. But Cartman? He takes control. Meghan's documentary? His to ruin. He throws on a Darth Vader helmet, grabs a coffee machine, and begins directing with fireworks. Literal explosions. What follows? Hospitals blow up. Speeches spiral into madness. Stunts careen into wild territory. It's Meghan's brand cranked to insane extremes. But the most unsettling part? It's not as far-fetched as it seems. South Park didn't just mock her, they held up a mirror, showing the contradictions beneath her polished image. And that's where the real discomfort lies. It's not just a parody, it's an uncomfortable truth. Boom! The climax hits with the weight of a wrecking ball. Meghan, in cartoon form, walks into a delivery room like she's headlining Coachella. Flawless hair, energy pulsing, cameras everywhere. She starts twerking, full on, like nothing's off limits. Then, snap, her baby bump unravels and crashes to the floor. The laughter from the crowd isn't shock, it's something darker. Because when the animated version of you feels more genuine than the real one, that's no longer just parody. It's a slow-motion collapse. Harry bursts in shouting, "Respect our pregnancy!" And instantly he becomes a viral meme. Cartman yells, "That's going in the trailer!" Kyle begs for it to end. But it's too late. Meghan's now a permanent joke. And the wildest part? South Park barely exaggerated. The real lives did the heavy lifting for them. The louder they scream for privacy, the more the world watches. That contradiction? It's no longer funny. It's exhausting. And when South Park nailed the truth everyone was thinking, the world didn't cancel them, they thanked them. And just when you think it can't spiral further, bam! The pillow baby bump slips off, crashing to the floor. That's the moment it changes. South Park isn't just mocking anymore. They're pulling back the curtain, exposing the cracks. The audience? No shock, just laughter. Because when your animated double feels more genuine than the image you've built, it's no longer satire. It's a raw revelation. Then, boom! Harry storms in shouting, "Respect our pregnancy!" And the world instantly turns him into a meme. Meghan's "Respect our pregnancy" plea? It went viral, but not for the reasons she imagined. Cartman was already editing the trailer while Kyle begged for it all to stop. But the damage was already done. The most shocking part? South Park didn't even need to stretch the truth. Meghan and Harry's contradictions, seeking privacy while filming, claiming peace while doing press, were all painfully real. No satire, no exaggeration. The more they shouted for privacy, the more the world tuned them out. And when South Park spoke the truth, we were all thinking, the world didn't cancel them, they shared it. After the episode aired, the phone calls stopped. Deals vanished. Studios pulled back. One exec laid it out plainly. No one wants that kind of circus on set. Meghan wasn't power anymore. She was a liability. Her iconic branding? Shattered, exposed as a sellout. And when the animated takedown hit, she wasn't a role model. She was the punchline. In Hollywood, the gates slammed shut. PR teams scrambled, but the internet didn't wait. Within hours, TikTok was flooded with reenactments, baby bump falling, full costumes, maximum drama. Twitter became a war zone of side-by-sides, Meghan versus cartoon Meghan, millions of views, but it wasn't just laughter, it was a wave of collective dismissal, a viral cringe moment that united the world in one brutal truth. Millions came together in a single unified moment. One tweet said it all. South Park did in 20 minutes what British tabloids couldn't do in 5 years. It wasn't just trolling, it was a collapse unfolding in real time. Reddit became a courtroom and the verdict was clear. Meghan and Harry had zero self-awareness. YouTube flooded with reactions, each one sharpening the impact. Parodies, breakdowns, lip syncs of Harry's "Respect Our Pregnancy" line flooded the internet. Meghan wasn't trending for charity or change. She was trending as a contradiction, exposed, animated, and memed beyond repair. Even her most loyal defenders? Silent. Because honestly, how do you spin a flying pillow baby bump in hospital fireworks? You can't. You just pray it fades away. But spoiler, the internet didn't forget. And those memes? They're only picking up steam. Royal cringe wasn't a passing trend. It was a viral movement. For days, the internet was on fire and no one held back. But this wasn't bullying. It was the world finally calling it out. The filters, the manufactured moments, the spin, it's all clear now. This wasn't royalty. It was a reality TV show disguised as nobility. And here's the real kicker. Meghan and Harry didn't walk into it. They dove straight in. South Park didn't ambush them. It held up the mirror to their own contradictions. They claimed to want peace, but what they truly wanted was control. The camera, the story, the narrative. But now, someone else holds the camera, and the jokes are sharper than the truth. The control is gone, and the world isn't laughing with them anymore. It's laughing at them. And then came the final blow. Boom! Cartoon Meghan, full glam, uploads her chaotic doc to YouTube convinced it's a viral masterpiece. The hospital's in ruins. The fake baby bump destroyed. Fireworks still popping in the background. She smiles, proud of her creation. But then, the numbers roll in. 12 views. Just 12. And half of them? Cartman hitting refresh over and over. That's the final punchline. No scandal, no smear, just silence. Meghan demanded the spotlight, but nobody showed up. And in that silence, everything collapsed. Not with rage or backlash, but with apathy. It's almost too perfect, too painfully real. Meghan's animated mic drop? It's her real-world meltdown playing out in front of millions. The YouTube failure? That's not fiction. Her Spotify deal? Gone. Projects? Frozen in place. The chasm between how she sees herself and how the world perceives her? It's a vast canyon. This episode didn't just hint at that gap, it screamed it. Meghan thought she was being bold, but instead she became a punchline in a cartoon that everyone could see. Then Harry bursts in with his now infamous cry, "Respect our pregnancy." It was meant to sound powerful, but instead it became meme fuel. That line, it's everything. Too dramatic, too desperate, trying to politicize personal chaos while screaming for privacy but still chasing the spotlight. And when Kyle drops the final bomb, "Wait, are you the one who's pregnant now?" It's pure silence. Harry freezes. No answer. Fireworks pop in the background. The scene fades. No rescue, no rewrite. South Park didn't have to create anything new, they just pressed play. Meghan thought this was her big power move, but to the rest of the world, it's a car crash disguised as a campaign. In her mind, she's still the misunderstood icon. But to the world, she's the lead in a cartoon she couldn't control. Game over. If you're still here, you want more. Be my MVP and hit the like button. Please subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. Drop your thoughts below. The conversation is just heating.